Welcome to Transition Automation here at IPC Apex Expo. I'm delighted to be joined by Mark Curtin. Great to see you again, Mark.
Nice to see you, Trevor.
Yeah.
It's been a great show so far.
Yeah, super. Yeah, it definitely has. So last time we spoke, you introduced a very novel new product, which is a magnetic blade for the Squeegee. We've got an example beside us here, but you've made basically some upgrades to it. So talk us through what your experience has been with the magnetic blades since you started and what you've done to improve it.
Sure. Trevor, we call this product the Slimline Tool-Free Squeegee Holder. And the idea was to try to get away from having to use a tool to change your blades. Excuse me for a moment. So we also wanted to remove the clamping structure that was in front of the blade because that's an obstruction during printing. So that was the two-part goal. Our holders have always been very well performing, but we thought why not try to go one step further and make it better. And also with the finer particle sizes, cleaning is a big issue. So having a clamp bar represents another area that needs cleaning. So the first generation, we incorporated round magnets, and everybody knows these, niobium magnets are very strong and they're getting more widely used.
Right.
They actually were too strong. When we started to do longer versions of this, the blades were hard to remove. So I thought that was a bit of a safety problem because if somebody jerked on it and it went the wrong way, they could be injured. So it was a safety matter, and it was just a general ergonomics matter. So we upgraded the system. This is the version right here. It requires only the loosening of 3 thumb screws.
Yep, in the back.
When you loosen those thumb screws, these little chucks release the blade, and then you can just pull it out.
Okay.
We added a little magnetic distribution plate that softens the magnetic force and also provides a nice smooth surface for the blade to go on.
It just snaps in like that?
It just snaps in, and you just push it up. It clicks against 2 reference points so the operator knows it's in the right position.
Right.
And then you just
tighten
tighten
up the thumb
chucks.
screws, yeah.
It really takes like 10 seconds to change a blade. Now
That's
you might
great.
wonder, why do we need to change it so fast when the blade lasts a long time? Well, people like to keep the process clean, so they might disassemble it. Even though the blade's good, it's not for replacing the
They'll
blade.
take it out for cleaning.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that it seems to be less material up at the top here for paste to get trapped under.
Exactly.
So it looks like a cleaner process.
Cleaner process, smooth face. When you're done with the job, you can take a spatula and one stroke gets 90% of the paste off. So you can also save paste. It's bad when you got paste that ends up getting washed away. It's very expensive.
Of course.
And one other feature is the paste retainers have a lot of geometry to them, and they're also very hard to clean. So when you loosen this thumb screw, you can take the whole paste retainer assembly off.
Right. So this paste retainer, it's important. It's just in one piece. It's not coming off in multiple pieces.
Exactly.
So that's an easy thing to clean.
And stay together too.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So where would you wash that? You would put that in the stencil washer?
Most stencil cleaners allow you a basket, so put miscellaneous things into. So that would go in the basket, and then the squeegee holder. We have a facility for racking it and then putting it in the stencil cleaner, or other customers put it in a basket too and clean it.
Yeah. Okay.
So this version is a lot more ergonomic. It's a nice upgrade from the first generation, and we have about 8 of them recently sold to put into testing for possible prove out, and then we expect some bigger orders after that.
Excellent, excellent. Okay. So you want to put that back down. I'll give you this microphone back. So, what different sizes does it come in? Because that's probably about 8 inches, that blade.
Yep, that's 250 millimeters, and we basically make these at any length the customer requires.
Okay.
A unique process, we start with long lengths and we cut them to size. So we don't have to stock a lot of inventory. We just stock the long lengths and chop them up as to the length desired.
Right. And presumably these squeegee blades fit any printer, any machine.
Exactly. We need to move where the market is for the printer platform. So whether it's a DEC or NPM or ECRA, there's a lot of newer brands coming in like GKG, see more of those, and also ESC from Korea.
Correct.
Lots of excellent innovation in the printer platforms, and it's a big market. There's room for a lot of people, but for us as a Squeegee supplier, we need to move
with them,
whatever the machine platform is.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, you're always innovating with this. It seems to be your specific niche that you've really, dialed into this area. You really, I guess you must be the world expert on it.
Yeah, it's a very small part of the overall business, but it's quite vital. And I tell the customers, if you buy Squeegees from us, you're getting a full-time engineer ready and beck and call 24 hours to help answer questions, solve problems. But most of the time, we have no issues.
Right.
But there are a lot of R&D projects going on with bumped stencils, step stencils. We have a new Squeegee coming out for step stencils.
Okay.
It's quite challenging with a metal Squeegee getting into a step.
That is one of the big challenges with printing is step stencils.
Exactly.
For sure. But the other thing that you're saying is that before we started is that there's been an increased interest in these blades because of the finer pastes that we're going down to. So why are people more interested in these things because of finer pastes?
Well, finer paste, finer apertures mean that a little ding is now a mountain,
Right.
Something that might have allowed to pass is now causing defects. So as things get finer, everything needs to be tightened up. And so people that may have gotten along fine with a lesser quality, a softer metal, stainless steel blade,
right,
realize we got to top out everything. We
right,
got to go to the max on our Squeegee. We got to make sure the repeatability of the cameras is better. So I think it's just a general pressure forward to cleanliness, accuracy, and the thing about our product is, a lot of the OEM blades are just laser cut. It's okay, but the heat from the laser anneals the edge of the blade,
right,
makes it softer, and it's also a little bit wiggly. Even though it gives you to the eye, it looks straight. Up close, there's a little wiggle in there.
Right.
We grind our blades to be mirror flat first, and then we buff them. So if there were any natural burrs or voids, we're pretty much just taking them off.
Right.
And I think that's driving the market to reconsider higher-end blades. We've always occupied the high-end segment, but now high-end is kind of everything.
Everything nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you always do a great job, Mark. It's impressive to see you keep developing it. So
thank you, Trevor. You too. Your magazine's doing splendid, and I really enjoy being a partner with you.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. We're very grateful for your business too. But I mean, honestly, you do a great job on these blades, and I want to thank you for telling our viewers about it today.
Thank you very much, Trevor. I appreciate it.
Without reliability, with reliability, a world of difference. Welcome on the journey to better reliability outcomes.